I want Excel to look up numbers in a table. Specifically, I want to tell Excel a number in the left column to find, and when it locates that number that I tell it to look for, it will look across the right underneath the column labels here and find the number I'm looking for. So if I were to give it the number 300 in the left column and the number 2002 in the top row here of labels, it would return the value 943, for instance. We can do this with the vlookup function. Although it's not required, the first thing I'm going to do is to name my table. So I will select my table by doing a Control A. This is not actually a table, it's just a range, but it'll work just as well. And I will come out here, click on the name box, and I will type in something like my data and press enter. And now this whole block has been named my data. Next, I will come down here and just plug in a model number. And just for the sake of visual purity, I will come out here and type in 3300 because I'd like it to look up this row, and we'll find something across the right. So I'll start out here in this cell and I will type in equals vlookup. Now the first thing I would like is the lookup value. That is, we want to find something in the leftmost column of the table, and I will tell it that I'm looking for this number in the left column. Next, it wants the table array. So I will type in my data. Next, it wants the column index number. This would be column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. I'm going to have it look up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th column for 2003. I'll go ahead and put in the number 6. I will close this, press enter, and sure enough, it returns the number 317, which is the 6th column under the 3300 labeled row here. So everything's working fine, but what I'd really like to be able to do is to type in the year 2003 up here at the top, or any one of the entries in the label along the top, and based on the model number, it will come down and then go out and find the number I've typed in here and then return the value, so that I don't have to always go out and count the number of columns that I'm looking up like I did with number 6. So how can I do that? I can employ the match function. The first thing the match wants is a lookup value. I will tell it 2005 and then start with the next parameter by pressing my comma key. Next, it wants a lookup array, so I'll just grab my labels along the top. And I'm not going to use a match type, so I'm finished. I'll go ahead and press my parent, and it should return the number 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's correct. It's pulling out the 8th column where it found it, which is 2005. So I can use this match function in place of the number 6 in my vlookup. I will select the text in my match formula. I will go ahead and copy this using Control C, and I will press escape. I will next come out to my formula here, and I will highlight the number 6, and I will do a Control V, paste the match function inside of that, and press enter. And I will then tell it that instead of hardwired 2005, I want it to look inside of this cell, B77. And whatever I type in that cell, it will look up between A2 and M2, return that column coordinate, and the vlookup will go ahead and pull the number out of the table. I'm going to go ahead and type in a number. I'll type in 2004, and sure enough, if I come down here and look at the 3300 row out of 2004, I see 777, which is what it returns. Let's try another. I'll go ahead and type in 3650, and the year I'm looking for is 2001. And sure enough, 3650, 2001 returns 417. One important point, for the vlookup to work up properly, you need to have your table sorted by this column in ascending order, smallest to highest. So again, before you start using your vlook, make sure that your table here is sorted by the leftmost column in ascending order.